Well, hello, I'm David Freeman with Is That Really in the Bible? We're talking about how to begin a relationship with God without church and religion. All of your life you've been told that if you want to have a relationship with God, you choose the church of your choice and you go out and get you some religion. And people just eat this up and say, yeah, I go to this church right here and I'm saved and I'm heaven bound. When Jesus said no man has ascended to heaven, but they're heaven bound, they know they're going to heaven, and Jesus said no man has ascended to heaven. See, there's a little problem right there. You've been spoon-fed a bunch of lies, okay? So I'm talking about how to begin a real relationship with God without church and religion. You know, I read something just recently. It said sometimes learning more about God is simply unlearning what someone else has told you about God. And that is so true. If you can wrap your mind around this one fact, that all of your entire life you have been lied to about God. You've been lied to about the Bible, what the Bible actually says. The Bible has been manipulated, twisted. It's almost as if people look at the Bible and whatever Jesus says, they make up their own stuff. You know, Jesus said, think not that I've come to destroy the law. Guess what most religious people believe? That he came to destroy the law. Jesus said, no man has ascended to heaven. Guess where everybody thinks you go when you die? Heaven. The Bible says God only has immortality. Guess what everybody thinks you got? An immortal soul. Jesus said he's Lord of the Sabbath day. Guess what day everybody thinks he's Lord of? Sunday, the first work day of the week. I'm telling you, you've been lied to about the Bible. So it's true, sometimes learning more about God is simply unlearning what someone else has told you about God. And that's tough. It's going to be tough for you to do this, to unlearn the hogwash you've been taught about God. Now, what I want to talk about today is religious propaganda. All of your life you've been exposed to, well, first of all, propaganda, but you have heavily been influenced by what I call religious propaganda. And I'm going to explain to you what religious propaganda is. But first, let's ask the question, how much are you influenced by propaganda? You know, the word means deceptive or distorted information that is systematically spread throughout your entire society. And I think most people have never really questioned the possibility of religious propaganda. You mean I could be influenced by, you mean there is such a thing as religious propaganda? And you mean I could be influenced by this? Oh, absolutely. Now, propaganda is nothing more than a soundbite. It's a talking point. If you ever watch TV at all, you've been exposed to propaganda. It appeals to the emotion, and you repeat it over and over and over again, and eventually the masses will believe it. Just because it's repeated over and over and over again, the masses of, yes, low information people will believe it. Change, that was propaganda. People thought, yeah, change, we need change, and change is good, and I don't know what we need to change. I don't know what's wrong with our country anyway, but we need to change it. And we need to have this socialistic form of communist government that's really better than anything we've ever had. Change, yes, change is good. I'll vote for him because he's talking about change. Change was, that one word, repeated over and over again, is propaganda.